Do you know what 62-year-old Michael Jordan's biggest daily dilemma is? It's not training, it's not competition, it's not even staying in shape, it's money. Specifically, what to do with too much of it. For most people, financial stress comes from not having enough. Bills pile up, expenses feel heavy, every dollar has a job. But for Michael Jordan, the problem is the exact opposite. He has so much money coming in that simply spending it becomes a challenge. Every single year, Jordan earns around $300 million in royalties from the Air Jordan brand alone. Let that sink in. This isn't a one-time payday. This isn't a lucky year. This is a recurring, predictable, automatic river of cash flowing into his accounts year after year, whether he lifts a finger or not. And recently, his problem got even bigger. NBC reportedly offered him a deal worth $40 million per year just to appear as a guest commentator. That's more than what about 90% of active NBA players make in a season. Think about that for a second. Jordan could sit in a studio, talk about basketball, and earn more than most of the players who are actually on the court risking their bodies every night. So at this point in his life, Jordan's real daily pressure probably isn't how to make more money, it's how to meaningfully spend it. Earlier in his life, he tried to solve that problem the way a lot of rich people do, by buying cars. Not just normal luxury cars, we're talking about ultra, rare, insanely expensive supercars. One year, he'd buy something outrageous. The next year, something even more outrageous. In the early 2000s, he was dropping millions on cars like it was a hobby. But here's the thing, when you remaking hundreds of millions of dollars every single year, even a $2 or $3 million car barely makes a dent. It feels expensive to everyone else. But to someone with Jordan's income, it's basically a rounding error. So he leveled up. In 2004, Jordan spent about $70 million on a private jet. And not just any jet. He customized it with his own Jumpman logo, turning it into a flying symbol of his brand and legacy. Finally, this was the kind of purchase that actually looked big, even by his standards. But even that wasn't the biggest move he would make. In 2010, Jordan did something that sounded almost unreal. He paid about $275 million to become the owner of the Charlotte Hornets, an NBA team. This wasn't a toy. This wasn't a luxury item. This was a real business, with real risk, real responsibility, and real uncertainty. For the first time, he had found a way to spend a massive chunk of his growing fortune in one single decision. At the time, a lot of people saw it as an emotional move. A former player buying a team, a legacy play, a passion project. Something cool, but not necessarily something smart. Then time did what time always does. The league grew, team valuations exploded, media rights deals got bigger. The business of basketball became even bigger than the sport itself. And in 2023, Jordan sold the team for around $3 billion. Let's do the math. He bought in for about $275 million. He sold for about $3 billion. That's roughly a $2.7 billion profit. So the biggest expense of his life didn't turn out to be an expense at all. It turned out to be one of the best investments he ever made. And this is where Jordan's story becomes really interesting. For most people, money is something you use to solve problems. You pay rent, you buy food, you fix your car, you cover emergencies. Money is defensive. It's survival, but at Jordan's level, money becomes something else entirely. Cars don't matter, houses don't matter. Even private jets don't really matter. Those are just toys. The only things that can truly absorb wealth at that scale are assets, ownership, and businesses. And that's the real difference between being rich and being wealthy. Michael Jordan didn't just make money. He built systems that kept paying him. And when he finally found something big enough to spend that money on, he didn't just spend it. He turned it into billions more. So maybe his biggest daily dilemma isn't really how to spend his money. Maybe it's choosing which multi-billion-dollar opportunity is actually worth his time.